morning, students. So, students, today we will start with the next topic, that is C4 cycle. Yesterday we have completed with the C3 cycle. So, our next cycle is C4 cycle, or it can be called as C4 pathway, or hatch and slack pathway, or hatch and slack cycle. Because why its name so C4? Because here the first stable compound is C4. It is having 4 carbon and it is oxaloacetic acid. And why it is called as hatch and slack? Because the name of the scientists who have introduced this cycle, they are Hatch and Slack. So that's why this cycle is also named as Hatch and Slack cycle. So before starting to the main mechanism, we have to here remember some important points that are related to the C4 cycle. Firstly, the C4 cycle, it do not take place in all kind of plants, as it was in the C3 cycle, that in C3 cycle it takes place in every plant, every green plant, every photosynthesizing plant. But here in this C4 cycle, it only occurs in the plants which are present in dry tropical regions. Okay, so dry tropical region, I hope you all know that what is the tropical region. The region that is present near to the equator is the tropical region. So that region is quite hot. Okay, वहाँ पर जो sunlight है वो directly fall होती है equator region में. So we have already discussed that this cycle, it contains the first stable product as 4 carbon product named as oxaloacetic acid. Now the plants which are showing this kind of cycle, that is the C4 cycle, they have the specialized type of leaf anatomy that is called as Kranz anatomy. So what is Kranz anatomy? If we observe the C4 plant's leaf, we will observe that there are 2 types of cells present, that are mesophyll cells and bundle sheath cells. Both of them, they have chloroplast. So both of them, they participate in the process of photosynthesis. So what are the mesophyll cells? We have already discussed in C3 cycle. In C3 cycle, there are only mesophyll cells, no bundle sheath cells. But in C4 cycle, we are having both bundle sheath as well as the mesophyll cells. So what are the bundle sheath cells? These are the cells which are surrounding the vascular bundles, यानी xylem and phloem को जो चारों तरफ से सराउंड करते हैं layer of cell, that is called as the bundle sheath cells. They have thick wall and large amount of chloroplast. Okay, and due to their thick wall, they are impermeable to the gases. Now these kind of plants which have these kind of anatomy, that is the Kranz anatomy, these kind of plants, they tolerate high temperature. Okay, and one major difference between C3 and C4 is that C4 plants, they don't show the phenomena of photorespiration. This photorespiration we will discuss in the next topic, that what is photorespiration. So here what you have to remember is that C4 plants, they do not show photorespiration, but C3 plants, they show photorespiration. And photorespiration is a wasteful process. So in the C3 cycle, the productivity is low as compared to C4 plants, but as C4 plants, they do not have photorespiration, so their productivity is greater. They produce more amount of biomass. So let's now come to the process of C4 cycle, that how the C4 cycle is operating. Now for the C4 cycle, we are having 2 kind of cells, mesophyll cells and bundle cells. Okay, as this kind of anatomy is called as the Kranz anatomy. So here first thing we have to remember is that the first acceptor of the carbon is PEP, that is phosphoenol pyruvate. What is the name? Phosphoenol pyruvate. This is the first acceptor of the carbon. Okay, C3 cycle में what was the first acceptor of the carbon? That was RUBP. Okay, यहाँ पर क्या है? PEP है. So now what happened? the atmospheric carbon dioxide, it enters to the mesophyll cell and come in the form of bicarbonate ion. Okay, now that bicarbonate ion, it combined with the PEP, that was 3 carbon compound, and as a result this process is called as fixation, as atmospheric carbon dioxide is converted into some useful form. Okay, so now this 3 carbon molecule, that was PEP, after taking one more carbon, then it will produce a 4 carbon substance, that is the first stable carbon compound, oxaloacetic acid. And this step, it includes an enzyme called as PEP carboxylase enzyme. Okay, as carbon dioxide is entering. Okay, so enzyme name is PEP carboxylase, and now 3 carbon product is converted into 4 carbon product. Now this oxaloacetic acid, it further gets converted into malic acid or aspartic acid. Both of them, they are again the 4 carbon acids. Okay, now these 4 carbon acids, they get transported from the mesophyll cells to the bundle sheath cells. If bundle sheaths are not there, then C4 cycle cannot be get completed. So to complete the C4 cycle, bundle sheath cells, they are required. So these 4 carbon acids, they get transported via the plasmodesmata. I hope you all are familiar with the term plasmodesmata. They are the bridge like connections which are connecting the adjacent cells. So with the help of the plasmodesmata, these C4 acids, they get transported to the bundle sheath cells. Okay, now what happened? Now as they are 4 carbon acids, they will undergo the process called as decarboxylation. Decarboxylation means removal of one carbon dioxide. Now as a result, when the 4 carbon will lose one carbon dioxide, then it will always will form 3 carbon compound. Okay, and this CO2 that is produced in the bundle sheath after the decarboxylation, it can join the C3 cycle further. And now this 3 carbon acid, it will further transported to the mesophyll cell, and again it is helping in regeneration of PEP, that was the 3 carbon product. तो ये जो 3 carbon यहाँ से रिलीज हुआ है आफ्टर डीकार्बोक्सिलेशन, ये 3 carbon क्या करेगा? इट विल रीजेनरेट द मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ PEP. C3 साइकिल में RUBP रीजेनरेट होता था, यहाँ पर क्या रीजेनरेट होगा? PEP रीजेनरेट होगा, सो दैट दिस साइकिल कैन गो अगेन एंड अगेन. ओके, सो दैट वाज द C4 साइकिल. आई होप आपको C4 साइकिल समझ में आ गई है. नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस इज photorespiration, that is again linked with both of these cycles. So if we have to differentiate C3 and C4 cycle, we can differentiate it as like this, that in C3 cycle photorespiration takes place and in C4 cycle photorespiration do not take place. Now we have studied about the Rubisco enzyme. One more thing over in the last topic I must add over here, that you have to remember that in mesophyll cells there is no Rubisco enzyme, but only pepcase is there or pep carboxylase is there. But in bundle sheath Rubisco is there, only then it can undergo the C3 cycle. तो mesophyll cell के पास कभी भी Rubisco नहीं होगी, हमेशा पेप कार्बोक्सिलेस या पेप केस होगी, लेकिन बंडल शीट के पास रुबिस्को होगी, तभी इसका पार्टिसिपेशन C3 साइकिल में है. तो C4 साइकिल के साथ साथ C3 साइकिल भी अटैच्ड होती है. ओके, सो नाउ वी कम टू दी फोटो रेस्पिरेशन अगेन. सो फोटो रेस्पिरेशन में हमने रुबिस्को का रोल पढ़ना है. रुबिस्को इज द मोस्ट अबंडेंट एंजाइम प्रेजेंट इन दिस यूनिवर्स. ओके, एंड इट हैज़ एबिलिटी टू बाइंड विद बोथ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड ऑक्सीजन एट इज नेम, एज इट नेम इज सजेस्टिंग अस. It is carboxylase oxygenase enzyme. Okay, so it can bind with carbon dioxide as well as with oxygen. But here I want to add that this Rubisco, it has greater affinity towards the carbon dioxide than oxygen. Okay, उसका ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट किस में होता है? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड में होता है. वो ज़्यादातर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के साथ अटैच होना पसंद करती है. अब C3 प्लांट्स में क्या होता है? इन C3 प्लांट्स the oxygen, it gets binded with the Rubisco. Some of the oxygen molecules, they bind with the Rubisco enzyme. As oxygen is bind with the Rubisco enzyme, so what happened? The fixation of carbon dioxide, the first part, that get reduced. Okay, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की फिक्सेशन क्या हो जाती है? डिक्रीज हो जाती है. इन जनरल व्हेन RuBP was combining with the carbon dioxide in the presence of Rubisco, two molecules of 3-PGA, that is 3-phosphoglyceric acid, was produced. But here now RuBP is not combining with CO2, it will combine with oxygen. Now as Rubisco, it is binding with oxygen, it will produce the one molecule of phosphoglycerate and one molecule of phosphoglycolate instead of 3-PGA. Okay, these two products are formed, and this process is called as photorespiration. So what is photorespiration? It is the process when Rubisco, it binds with the oxygen, and instead of 3-phosphoglyceric acid molecules, it produces one phosphoglycerate and one phosphoglycolate. Now in this photorespiration process, there is no formation of any sugar, any ATP and any NADPH. Okay, so no energy intermediate is formed, no sugar is formed. But here one CO2 is released by using the ATP. So यहाँ पर ATP प्रोड्यूस नहीं हो रहा, ATP यूज हो रहा है. सो दैट इज वाई फोटोरेस्पिरेशन इज रेफर्ड टू एज द वेस्टफुल प्रोसेस. ओके, सो C3 प्लांट्स के अंदर ये वेस्टफुल प्रोसेस हो रहा है, जहाँ पर ना तो कोई ATP बन रहा है, ना कोई NADPH बन रहा है, ना ही कोई शुगर बन रही है. ओके, but in C4 plants what happens, there is no photorespiration. वहाँ पर कोई photorespiration नहीं होती. ओके, क्यों नहीं होती? क्योंकि वहाँ पर ऑक्सीजन की जगह पर CO2 का अमाउंट ज़्यादा होता है. कैसे? आपने देखा था यहाँ पर बंडल शीट में CO2 रिलीज हो रहा था. बंडल शीट सेल्स में CO2 इज रिलीज, जो इंट्रासेलुलर CO2 की कंसंट्रेशन को क्या कर कर रखता है? हाई कर कर रखता है, जिसके कारण रुबिस्को हमेशा कार्बोक्सिलेज की तरह काम करेगी और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के साथ ही फिक्स करेगी. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की फिक्सेशन का रेट हाई हो जाता है. इज दैट क्लियर? तो वहाँ पर कौन सी रिएक्शन होगी? वहाँ पर हमेशा ये रिएक्शन होगी जिसमें 3-PGA बनेगा, जो आगे फर्दर आपको ATP वगैरह देगा. तो ये एक वेस्टफुल प्रोसेस नहीं है. तो यहाँ पर फोटो रेस्पिरेशन नहीं हो रही और C3 में फोटो रेस्पिरेशन होती है. सो ये आपको याद रखना है. ओके, सो C4 प्लांट्स की प्रोडक्टिविटी हाई है बिकॉज उसमें कोई वेस्टफुल प्रोसेस नहीं होता. C3 में प्रोडक्टिविटी लो है क्योंकि वहाँ पर वेस्टफुल प्रोसेस होता है. थैंक यू.